how did you find them when you were doing your search? Were you just on LinkedIn looking at job postings, Glassdoor? How did you go about searching?
Yeah, I actually found them on Indeed, and I was filtering by hybrid. I was kind of looking all over because I wasn't so
Because you
tied to the
can.
location
Yeah.
either. And I was specifically looking for a firm that specialized in K through 12. And that was another benefit of Ashley McGraw. K through 12 was something I primarily worked on before, and it just so happened that they worked on that too. So it was really the perfect fit.
Yeah. And before we jump into K through 12 conversations,
Mm-hmm.
I know COVID and like I'm more hybrid setting. I'm always advocating for those recent graduates to still find positions in an office,
Mm-hmm.
to be next to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And you had what, 5 years of experience before shifting to 100% remote?
Mm-hmm.
What is your perception for recent grads? If they are looking for a job, would you recommend a hybrid where they can be next to people? Or if they go a fully remote position, are there any tips you have for them starting their career to make sure that, they're learning and not just kind of spinning their wheels at home?
Right. So something our firm specifically does is the first 6 months that we onboard someone, they are required to be in the office. And we kind of make a more conceited effort to have more, project architects and project managers in the office for them as a resource during that time too when we're onboarding someone. So that's something that we do in our office. But yes, I would recommend that someone start their career 100% remote. And I'm not sure I would necessarily have said that before I started working at a firm that did that. I don't know if I would have said it when I was working full time in the office. Um, I've seen our recent graduates and just the output that they have, and I'm just continuously impressed by how they perform. So I definitely don't think it puts them at a disadvantage to others that are in the office. And I think more than ever, it's obvious that other industries are working remote and working in a different way now and more flexible. So I definitely think that the architecture industry needs to keep adapting to the future of work as well, just with the people that we interact with and the spaces that we design for other people too.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the more I hear of firms that are more 100% remote, they have nobody locally with anybody else. It's really, if the firm is bought in, is the only way it works. If
Mm-hmm.
there's hesitancy, then there's always going to be this like question mark type
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere. But I knew actually just a few firms pre-COVID that were 100% remote. And so it's actually really interesting to see the number of fully remote positions available now for architects.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think it leverages the economy too. If, projects are slowing down in certain areas, and if K through 12 slow down Pittsburgh and you got laid off, you could go find and be a hybrid employee. If it's really hot in, I don't know, California or Texas, like
Right.
it opens up a lot of opportunities to work on projects across the country.
Right. And I definitely think for recent graduates specifically, it exposes them to more project types and a more diverse set of clients and coworkers as well. You're working with all different types of people and learning about all different types of things by having more diversity in your firm. So I think there's definitely an opportunity for that as well. I also think for recent graduates, it gets them into rooms that they wouldn't necessarily be in. I think when you're working remotely, it's really easy to send someone a virtual meeting link and say, like, hey, listen in on this while you're
Yeah.
drafting in Revit or something. If you've never been to something like a school board meeting or a consultant coordination meeting or an owner meeting, they can sit in on those things and listen in and learn so that when it comes time for them to lead them, they're prepared and they know what to expect.
Check out the full discussion from this bite of advice here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more mentorDINO content.